Hey you guys, before I got into the video, I just wanted to talk briefly about my new ebook, Zodiac Signs Sex Language. Whether you're looking to improve your sex life and your dating life, or if you're just looking to expand your knowledge about astrology, this is definitely the right book for you. This book is meant to help you improve your sex life, your dating life, and your love life, your relationships, and to spice it up in the bedroom if need be, or to just once again help you learn more about astrology. So if you're interested in any of these things, if you're interested in learning about the different love languages and the different sex languages of the zodiac signs, definitely look into getting this book, Zodiac Signs Sex Language, written by me, edited by me, and designed by me, Lamar Townsend. So you can purchase this ebook on my website, lamartownsendtarot.com, or you can purchase it on Amazon, on the Amazon Kindle ebook store, alright? Or just amazon.com. Alright, into the video we go. Thank you for listening and watching. How to use astrology to find a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Well, first of all, I'm wearing absolutely no makeup in this video at all. I have nothing on my face right now, so this is unfiltered and raw, alright? How to use astrology to find a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Well, first of all, astrology, in a quick nutshell, is basically the study of the planets and the zodiac, among many other nuanced things, and how these things and energies and spiritual aspects of life overall affect our day-to-day lives, and affect our destiny, and astrology can be used for many things. It can help us find our life purpose. It can help us find ourselves in a lot of ways. So, astrology is a really, really beautiful thing. But the purpose of this video is how to use astrology to find a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Well, the sun sign is not really the most important placement when it comes to love. And if you don't know, the sun sign is the sign that typically we associate the most when it comes to the zodiac signs or when it comes to astrology. Like, for example, if someone were to ask you, like, what's your zodiac sign, typically, because, maybe if your birthday, for example, is December 27th, like my birthday, you are a Capricorn, but you're actually more than that. Like, I'm a Libra moon. My Mars is in Sagittarius. My Venus is in Scorpio. My Mars is also in Sagittarius. Like, my rising sign is Virgo. Like, I have a lot going on, and you have a lot going on too, so it's important to know exactly what we have going on overall astrologically, so that we can know our compatibility, right? So we're not just our sun sign. When people ask you what is your zodiac sign, what they're really asking you, whether unknowingly or knowingly, is what is your sun sign? What's your sun sign? Because our sun sign is the zodiac sign that is associated with our birth date, right? The day we were born. If we were born, from December 20th, from December 1st to December 20th or 21st or 22nd, you're a Sagittarius. Your sun sign is Sagittarius. If you're born between December 22nd and January 22nd, you're a Capricorn. And it's like, and I'm just using that as an example because I'm a Capricorn, but I mean, you can use that for the entire zodiac. But we are more than just our sun sign, is basically what I'm trying to get to you for those who don't know or don't understand astrology. So, if the sun sign isn't the most important zodiac sign, what is? Well, the most important zodiac signs when it comes to finding a boyfriend or finding, a girlfriend, or just finding a partner overall, a life partner, whatever it is you're into, it's to look into your moon sign, actually, your Mars sign, your Venus sign, and probably your Mercury as well, and maybe your rising. You might want to know your rising. But the rising is just kind of a surface level, like, what I'm saying? If we're thinking a boyfriend and girlfriend, we want to go like beneath the surface. So the rising may snatch him or her, but the moon is gonna keep them. The Mars, the Venus, I think, is what's gonna keep them. What's gonna keep the glue, the compatibility. That's the glue. So definitely look at your Mars. Mars is how we express our raw energy, how we express, our sexuality. It rules our sexual nature. So you definitely want to know your Mars and how you sexually express yourself. And I talk a lot about this actually in my ebook, Zodiac Signs, Sex Language. Sorry, I dedicate a chapter to each of the 12 zodiac signs, and I go into in depth about how each of the 12 zodiac signs psychologically approach dating, sex, and love. So definitely check that out. My ebook, Zodiac Signs, Sex Language, available on my website, LamarTownsendTarot.com, and on Amazon or Amazon Kindle. But, when it comes to sex, when it comes to, snatching someone, when it comes to getting a boyfriend or girlfriend, you definitely want to know your Mars, sign, because this is going to be the initial attraction. This is the physical chemistry. This is the, attraction here. You know what I'm saying? This is initially maybe what's going to, attract you, but, Mars compatibility is important. Now, Mars is a very fiery planet. Alright, Mars rules both Mars rules both Scorpio and Aries. Alright, Scorpio is ruled by both Pluto and Mars, though, but nonetheless, Mars is, very assertive. So, for example, like if you have Mars in Aries, you're a very assertive person. You might need someone who's maybe just as assertive, or maybe like a Mars in Libra can go really good. But Mars in Libra is going to be totally different than a Mars in Aries, which is something that needs to be taken into account, because your moon can be compatible, and we haven't even gotten into the moon yet, but your moon can be compatible, but your Mars cannot be compatible, which will be a nuanced difference, right? All right, so let's get into the moon really quickly. By the way, also, if your Mars is in Scorpio, you may be similar, but it's going to be a nuanced difference than if your Mars is in Cancer, because Mars rules Scorpio. So that Mars is exalted in Scorpio. Mars likes to be in Scorpio. Mars is in detriment in Cancer. Mars doesn't really like to be in Cancer because Cancer is ruled by the moon. All right, let's get into the moon. Now, the moon rules our emotional security. It rules our emotional attachments. It rules the past. It rules the past in terms of childhood. Because it rules childhood. It rules children. It rules family. Our family bonds and things of that nature. Family structures, right? So it rules the past, our roots. So, the moon is very emotional. The moon rules the tides of the ocean, and I have a video on this actually where I talk about the layers of the ocean. So check that out, the layers of the water signs. And Cancer is the first layer of the ocean. Cancer is the most affected by the moon, because it's ruled by the moon. So, Cancers tend to be very sensitive, very intuitive. The moon is super duper intuitive. The moon, is the guiding light, the guiding force at night that guides us to help us see, right? But the moon also rules our inner self. The moon, in terms of astrology, is the self that the self behind closed doors, the self that we don't readily show. Remember, the self that we readily show, that's the sun. That's the rising sign. You know what I'm saying? That might even be the Mercury. But getting deep, the Venus, the Mars. You know what I'm saying? The moon. All of these placements are really, really important. And other houses, but we're just keeping things on the surface level. Like the 5th house is another one that's really important. And a couple more, I think maybe the 8th house might be important, but alright. The moon is our emotional security, our emotional attachment. So, for example, you could be, a moon in Aries, or no, you could be a sun in Aries and, be dating a person who's also a sun in Aries. But your moon could be in Libra. And the other Aries moon could be in Capricorn. The moon in Capricorn and the moon in Libra are similar. And actually, no, that's not a good, because they're so similar, because they can be so similar, that's not a good. Let me do something different. Okay, so say you're a sun in Aries, moon in Libra, and you're dealing with a sun in Aries who's a moon in Scorpio. the moon, because the moon signs are so different, this could actually, you would think on the surface, oh, we're both Aries, this is going to go along great. But because your moon signs are so different and you express yourselves so differently in terms of emotions and process things so differently, the moon in Libra is going to process, by the way, my moon's in Libra. So the moon in Libra is going to process things in a, I just spit, but whatever. The moon in Libra is going to process things in a more intellectual, a more psychological way, than a moon in Scorpio. A moon in Scorpio is going to process things emotionally. They're going to process things, their feelings, in terms of emotions. And Scorpios can be very passionate, very impassioned. So sometimes Scorpios may have outbursts. A moon, Aries sun, moon in Scorpio may have an outburst, and Aries sun, moon in Libra, probably does not like outbursts. That's not their thing. Moon in Libras, Libras tend to like, diplomacy. They tend to like harmony. So moon is something that you definitely have to pay attention to when it comes to compatibility, when it comes to finding someone that you're compatible with. So definitely look at moon if you want a long-term compatible relationship. Now let's get into Venus. Venus is, about romance, harmony, friendship, beauty. It's how we approach love and romance and dating. It's what we like to spend our leisurely time on, what we like to spend our money on. Venus also rules money. So with Venus is also really important, something that you have to pay attention to when it comes to compatibility, because it's such a nuanced placement. Now, look at this. My Venus is in Scorpio, so that automatically kind of makes things a little bit too very difficult for me. All right, with the Venus in Scorpio, and I think other Venus and Scorpios can resonate with this. Okay, Venus in Scorpio, Venus is in detriment in Scorpio. Venus, it rules both Libra and Taurus. Like I just told you, Venus rules, passion, harmony, friendship, beauty, how we approach love. So with the Venus in Scorpio, this person's going to approach love. They need a deep connection. They need deep, long-lasting bonds where their partner is willing to give totally and fully of themselves, and vice versa. And Venus and Scorpios can be a bit obsessive, and very mysterious. So they can be very alluring and like an enigmatic almost. But Venus in Scorpio Venus and Scorpio can have a small pool of compatibility because of the way they are. Now, this is how nuanced Venus can be. You can be a Venus, you could be a Cancer sun in a Libra moon, and you could be dealing with another Cancer sun who is also a Libra moon. Perfect compatibility right there, right? Seemingly. But then you could have the other one Cancer sun whose Venus is in Capricorn, and then the other Cancer's sun is a Venus in Scorpio. Okay, these two, this might be a bit difficult because of those Venus signs. They both approach love differently. The Venus in Capricorn approaches love in a much more practical, much more, kind of, I'm going to make sure, the bills are paid. I'm going to make sure food's on the table. I'm not probably going to shower you with affection because I'm not the most affectionate person. That's not how I show love. I'm not deep and emotional and passionate like that. But I'll do what I can. Venus and Scorpio needs that passion. Venus and Scorpio needs that fire. So maybe a Venus and Scorpio with a fire sign, Venus and fire sign would be good. But we also have to pay attention to, okay, Venus is good, but what about the moon signs? What about, what I'm saying? So it's really nuanced. Let's quickly get into Mercury, okay? Mercury is communication, it's intellect, it's the mind, so it's how we think, it's how we process things. It's how we tend to communicate. So Mercury can be important for sure, because conversation, and being compatible on an intellectual level, I think is very, very important. So, compatible Mercuries is important. For example, a Mercury in Sagittarius, my Mercury is in Sagittarius, can be a very fast talker, can be a very fast thinker, can be hard to keep up with sometimes in conversation, just sometimes overall. So they may need someone who's just as quick and fast thinking, maybe a Mercury in Gemini, a Mercury in Aries, any of the other fire signs, would be good. Mercury in Capricorn is going to be methodical, calculative, much like the other earth signs, so it really depends on where your Mercury is placed. But this is how, and then you have to, know what placements, what signs are compatible with one another, and I think that's where doing your own research, doing your own in-depth kind of digging, or just getting a birth chart from an expert astrologer is where the next step comes in. And on that same note, if you would like your own birth chart reading from me, or natal chart reading from me, or love compatibility, love synastry, natal chart or birth chart reading from me, contact me on my website, lamartownsendtarot.com, where you can purchase your own personal private reading. Also, you can purchase your own private tarot reading if you would like that. $1 per minute, my tarot reading. So if you want a 10-minute reading, it's $10. 20-minute reading, $20. 30-minute reading, $30, so on and so forth, okay? Also, check out my ebook, Zodiac Signs Sex Language, available also on my website and also on Amazon.com. So, thank you guys for listening and watching, and I hope you guys go snatch the perfect boyfriend or the perfect girlfriend using astrology and using a little bit of what I taught you in this video, okay? It's not everything, but it's a little bit, alright? Thank you. See ya. Hey guys, thank you for listening and watching. Please hit the like button, share with your friends and your family, and also please subscribe, of course. And if you're interested in my ebook, check out my ebook. Purchase it on my website or on Amazon. I would also love it if you would follow me on my social media, Facebook and Instagram. Until next time, thank you guys for listening and watching, and I'll catch you in the next video, alright?